Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly readings. Be the second last one for the year here. So we have the 22nd to the 28th of December, and this will be for the sign of Leo. Leo, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you so much. Please remember that these readings are only general. They will not resonate with everyone. Now, I want you to keep in mind that you have other aspects in your natal chart. So even though you may have a Leo sun, which is for the reading for sun, rising, moon, and or your Venus. So if this doesn't resonate, make sure you check out those other aspects. The readings do flip-flop, so remember the energies go backwards and forwards, and sometimes they'll even resonate for a cross-watcher. So be reasonable in how you take the information. If it doesn't feel like it applies, it's not yours. I am using the Cosmic Tarot for this reading. Okay, and we have the Fool. Very beautiful. So this week sees some new start coming in for you here, Leo. This is a start of taking a leap of faith. So it's not a normal start that you've probably planned for. It's not something you may have seen coming. It's often the beginning of a new cycle. So you could have closed out some sort of cycle here. When we see the Fool, the universe is saying this is something that's going to be offered to you that you need to take a leap of faith on. So it's not something that you maybe have to plan out. So it could be that someone says, hey, I'm going to France next week, and you go, yep, rightio, I'm in. It's about just jumping in. Now, somebody sort of had a bit of a chuckle today on the live about the Fool card, because it is a little bit about being foolish, but it's not a fool in a bad way. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you're not always going to make the right decisions, but what it's really saying to you is don't be foolish about not taking an opportunity. Be like the Fool, jump in, both feet. Okay, so it could be to do with a situation where you're going to invest and get back. So for some of you, this could be a new job that's finally bringing in the money that you're going to put into it. Could be that you've just graduated or got some sort of certificate or diploma here, and you're moving into a new energy. Looks like you didn't give up on something. This is beautiful. So something here that's being offered that you never gave up on. You never gave up at all. And we've got the Six of Swords here. So you've moved towards this. It is definitely work for some of you. You've moved towards something that you really wanted to do and you never gave up. So maybe, like I always use the astronaut as my example. Maybe you always knew you wanted to be an astronaut and finally something's come through for you. Whatever it is here, something is definitely proving to be right for you. Something is coming in here that you can invest in that's going to give you back what you desire. Okay, so the Five of Swords coming out first. So the Five of Swords says, you know, that you may have moved away from something, even though, so you may have given up on other jobs. You may have given a job away in good faith that you were going to find something else. You could have given a relationship away to move forward with someone new. Whatever it is here, it wasn't an easy thing to do. So you've given up on something in order to have something better. But you're definitely taking a leap of faith here. Whoa, okay, so we have the Tower here. So the Tower talks about breaking down old structures and rebuilding. You are moving away from something to build something new for yourself. So it could be, oh, sorry, Leo. It could be that you've moved away from a situation that wasn't giving back what you were investing. I can see you like totally putting in every energy you possibly had. You've really invested in something hoping for a return, but nothing's happened from it, and it feels like here that you've either wasted your time or gone nowhere with something, and the universe has said, no, that's it now. You've invested so much of your time and energy and you need to move on. The Five of Swords is like that moving on when you don't really want to, but you know you have to. So there's personal loss here. But the Tower here tells me that doesn't matter what the loss is, you're going to rebuild something bigger and better than before. Okay, there's your card, the Strength card. So this is about being true to you, being true to yourself, moving in a direction that's right for you now. And you may have exhausted the last situation, because what Spirit is saying is what you left behind wasn't meant for you anyway, and it was time to give up on it. Okay, and then we have the devil. So you could have been in some sort of karmic relationship. You could have been in a situation that you felt bonded to, and this is why it's been so very difficult to move away from. But in moving away, you're recreating yourself here and giving yourself the life that you were supposed to have. Very beautiful. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles here. So coming out of the cold here. Coming out of the cold. I'll give it a good read in a moment. Closing out cycles that no longer serve you here. Closing out situations here with this 10 of Wands. Being able to walk away from something. But definitely looking at something from a different perspective here. Oh, look, I think this is what you're moving towards for some of you. It's some sort of relationship, and now you're standing in your truth here. Okay. There's the 8 of Cups. So moving away from things that don't emotionally serve you. So some of you, this is work. Some of you, it might be another situation. Could be family, could be a relationship. But definitely the whole feeling here is that you're walking away from something that was not benefiting you anymore. And you're taking this leap of faith. You want to put in or want to invest in something that's giving you a return here. And I feel like the situation was that you weren't getting that, because here I see you fighting for something that really wasn't worth fighting for. So it's almost like you wouldn't give up on something. You kept investing in something that was not giving you back here. It was done a long time ago, and you kept investing thinking that you could make it better. And if you were in a codependent relationship, if you were in a narcissistic relationship, you don't go anywhere with those. What you get is what you get. That's it. End of the day. You can make it nice for a little while. You can make it comfortable for a little while. But this toxicity here, the more you invest, the less you get back. And I see you fighting for it. But now you've got to walk away from this and put some work into something new here. The Tower's coming in here to help you rebuild, which is really good, because that says to me, no matter what you've given up, no matter what you've given away, what you're going to create now is much better than what you had before, because you're saying goodbye to this toxicity, codependency, some sort of addictions here. I think you've been addicted to a person possibly, or addicted to a workplace, unable to give away. There is a feeling of being left out in the cold, and that's okay. When we leave something behind, especially something toxic, there's a great deal of pain to deal with. But you are closing out this cycle. I feel like you've put a lot of energy into trying to see how to move away from this. But the Lovers is here, so I'm not sure if you're moving towards another relationship. But for me, it could be just that you're moving away from some sort of situation because you know there's better on the other side of the coin. The 8 of Cups is here, so no longer putting up with emotional distress and understanding your direction, having clarity, knowing where you're moving to, where you're going, and what this means for you. Nice reading, Leo, but it looks like you've gone through the ringer a little bit, and it looks like what you have moved away from was past its use-by date. So it was time to go, Leo. Okay, so I have here the card of deep knowing. So that sort of says it for me anyway, but I will read a little bit for you out of the book. Okay. So this is the card of intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy and hypersensitivity. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all of the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that makes no sense whatever to the logical mind or 5 senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. So reading that says to me that you probably knew for a very long time, but you kept investing in something that was going nowhere. So moving away from this, I think, is the point of the Tower, where you realise there's just nothing more you can do now. The investment is done. Have a wonderful week.